Hi, my boys. I'm watching a tour reader. Oh yes. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stretch. It hurts to even just go outside. Body aches of stressing out. I was hit by a car, and before that, I think it was 6 months prior, or like, I was in a scooter accident in my scooter, and I got in an accident and I dislocated my shoulder, and it's the bone sticking out, and that I was going 26 miles an hour, and I still in fucking pain for that, and I still was trying to stretch out that pain, because I didn't go to therapy, I didn't go to help, because there was nothing for me to do. The doctors couldn't help me. All they wanted to do was just, you want pain medicine? I'm like, no, I have weed, so it's not gonna help. And so then I get in another, this time it's a car. The other one was I ran into somebody, a homeless gentleman, on the bike path at night going to work. And this time I was coming back from the city meeting, and someone invited me. I was coming back, but then someone invited me to their location. It was a homeless gentleman, so I'm like, yeah. He was telling me that he had some people over there, and he was like babysitting a dog, and so I was telling him like what I was doing and stuff. So I'm like, all right. So he was telling me information and stuff on what was going on, like around the city, where he was living, if he had any support or help, and what he was doing in Westminster. I don't remember all that conversation, and right now my ear is like popping, like it's underwater. And so sometimes what I do is I'll go out and I'll pretend I'm not even from the area. I'll pretend that I'm visiting, or sometimes I'll pretend that I'm living there. Depends on the attitude I get back, or depends on whatever comes out. And then I'm like, okay, the scary part is acting on it. The scary part is staying in character. So and those white lies that I do, it's from my ancestors and it's from their spirit guide. Because I dreamt of them coming to me, and it's like, wait. Now that I'm putting some faces to these people, it's like, wait, alright. I gotta just stay home and calm down, because my boys need to see this. How many times do I have to keep repeating myself over and over again? Like, I'm complaining that, the school's not listening to me, and they're like, you know what, take it up to the government then if the school if you don't like the school. It's like, well, where's the fucking help? Where's support? It's like conflict. It's everything is conflict of interest. It's like, all right, that doesn't make sense. I don't know what that means. All this legal stuff they're throwing at me, I don't understand because I didn't get that understanding in high school either. I got like they didn't teach us in those special ed classes. They did not teach us regular learning. They taught us like middle school, elementary school curriculum, curriculum studies, whatever it was. But most of the time, these teachers did life experiences. Like one of my teachers, Mrs. Hasty, and her other name was blah. She went by two names because then she got a divorce, and then she kept talking about her ex-husband, this and that, this and that. And she was just such a bitch. Like, I felt bad for her, but she was just so mean. Like, she was always trying to one up me. And it's sad because you look like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. And I'm like, I'm trying to be nice here. I am. And I just kept that to myself the whole fucking time. Kept it to myself. Didn't say damn shit. Didn't say damn nothing, nothing. It was just my own little joke to myself that I kept every time she pissed me off. I just flipped it and just like, all right, Family Guy. And I didn't even watch Family Guy at the time. I didn't. It was all South Park. But it just, I'm like, well, when I get to that point, when I get to that, like, where sometimes the show, the show just has to, it has to click to you. And I remember, um, Arrested Development, that show. Um, yeah, some of the similarities is just funny. So, my dad was a Big Bang person. That TV show, he really liked that show. And I think sometimes the shows that he was watching, yeah, he's giving me the feeling that was a hard part. I think of him passing away, of dying. It's like, I'm not gonna see the final episode. I'm not gonna see the other episode. I'm not gonna see what happened next. But my dad's like, no, you do see what happens next, and you get to see what's behind the scenes. And he was getting me Toto Africa, and that comes up again today. Um, I'm I'm happy I found out that the what you told me about the 818 stuff like that helps me because I'm like, um, there's more. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking to you about, boys. Like the 333 and the 144. When you see that, it's different people. It's not your family. You have to separate it. So my dad's telling me, yeah, that's my birthday, but that's not me talking to you. That's your spirit guides, that your ancestors, that's somebody else. They're connecting me to that number so I can show you and teach you what your next step is going to be. Like stuff like that. Um, oh yeah. Let me show you this picture. Do I have it? I believe I did. And it's National Women's Day, and I'm like, what a fucking slap in the face that is. Oh yeah, since it's National Women's Day, and and she is a mommy, I guess it's okay. And I do need to make friends, so that's cool. I was told I need to make friends. I'm like, I don't know how. I just rather not. I'd rather not. Can I just stay in limbo? They found me. So since someone found me, I am getting help, but it's not the help that I want. And like, you can't be picky right now. Like, time is flying. I can understand, but I don't like the people that get me sick. They really do get me sick. So anyways, these are the pictures I have. This was middle school and high school. Then I was talking to a mommy, and the Kyle. There's a Kyle Street. See, Kyle Street. So I laughed because I'm like, I remember Kyle in high school. I mean, no, middle school. And he was a white boy. And so anyways, so that's when I hear Kyle, that's automatically that white boy in school, in middle school, or South Park. That's the only Kyle that I will relate to. So then when I saw this Kyle Street, Disney was telling me, Kyle. And for Jenny, it's Forrest Gump. And Jenny is also like different code words and stuff like that. So, joke time. Yeah, okay. 101. Oh, and today's date is March 8th, Friday, March 8th. Okay, so now let's do the moms that are alive. So that is okay. I'm gonna piss off somebody. That's Susie right here. That's Susie. That's Rick. That's Jeanette. That's me, and that's Steve. Steve looks like a Mongolian guy. So I'm like, all right, what is that? This is, and it's funny because the ancestors were like laughing at him. And I'm like, I was trying to figure out why they were laughing at him. So to me, I took it as like, oh, he's just a little baby, you know? I saw like my son Anthony. That's how I saw. And I still feel like that. I'm like, oh, the little fucker's gonna get in trouble. And I'm like, I don't want my son like that. But whatever he's doing, he wasn't supposed to do it. He got caught. And I'm like, that won't want to be him. This is Gloria. So I was trying to get Gloria out because Gloria was doing some kind of it was Christmas and I had a really bad migraine. Yeah, they wanted me to talk about migraines. The reason why I'm also excited because I had the biggest my migraines were so bad where I had to go to the hospital and I would get shots so the my migraines would stop, and sometimes I'd get morphine. They would give me morphine and the morphine would not work. It would be pounding, really pound, and I would get, my ears would bleed, my nose would bleed. I would throw up. If I cried, it would be panic. I'd just drop to the floor. Me throwing up, crying hurt. It hurt just to cry. It hurt just to talk. It hurt just to think. It hurt with the light on. It hurt just to have my eyes closed. It burned. My eyes burned. Having a washcloth on my face, everything. Noise. I didn't even have music. And maybe music would have helped me at the time. I don't know. Because I didn't have anything in my ears. Nothing. I had to even cover my ears. But nothing. Just a cold washcloth did help. But the burning. So then after a while, I kept asking questions. I did medicine. I did a whole freaking bottle of Advil and Tylenol. And I'm like, what is this stuff? Why? It wasn't this bad before. And whatever I did in middle school and high school and elementary school, and I have to go all the way back in elementary school, the damage I did to my body and taking all those pills, and I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't sick, but yet here I am taking medication that I wasn't supposed to. That's why I was getting attacked. And my body wasn't, when I get headaches, like whenever I was in pain, I would take some kind of medicine for the pain to work. And it would work for a little bit and then come back to me twice as harder. And like, oh my God, I would take more. So then I'm like, what is it? And I find out with detox. I had to detox out of everything. And the doctor told me that, I think after 4 years finding out, I'm like, my migraines are worse. I can't, like, he's like, well, you gotta stop taking Tylenol. You gotta stop taking any kind of medication you're taking for your migraines. You gotta just stop taking everything. You gotta detox off of it. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? Like, what am I supposed to take? Nothing. And I'm like, oh, this is a bitch. This is gonna hurt. So I did have to detox everything. I didn't take any pills. It was easy. Taking no pills was easy. Fucking easy. The hard part of what to take for my migraines. No, you can't. The soda was easy for me to drop. It was the caffeine. So the caffeine was hard because chocolate has caffeine. Whatever you eat had caffeine in it. So I was just, all right, water. I don't want my kids to have this migraine. I don't want them to suffer with whatever I'm going through. So it was just water. I just mostly got water and juice for you boys, because that's what I needed to. So that's what you guys needed. The migraine slowly went away, but now what I'm dealing with is month-long migraines. Oh, I got diagnosed with clustered migraines and chronic clustered migraines. I got diagnosed with, and I was taking prescription medicine for it, and I did get an EpiPen. They did not work. The prescription pills were making me tired, where I would sleep for 3 fucking days straight, and I would wake up with migraines. I'd fall asleep with migraines and wake up with migraines. I can't deal with it, and it would be not the clustered migraines. I would not wake up with the cluster migraines. So those were going away, but I would have the migraines. So the cluster migraines are different than migraines. Migraines are different than headaches. Headaches are different than tension headaches. So the cluster migraines slowly went away. Now then I had a migraine, and the migraines I had for a month will go on for months. Every day, waking up with a migraine, going to sleep with a migraine. So that means that the kids would be good. You boys would be excellent. You guys knew that I had migraines, and I made it comfortable for you boys. I made it very comfortable for you boys that you guys had something to do while I had a migraine. You guys were not like me. My mom had headaches, and she'd sleep, and she would just drop us off at wherever she wanted. Um, my aunt's house, or the babysitter, she'd just sleep and not care for us. We didn't know what to do. And to me, I couldn't let that happen because it happened to me and I could not let that happen. So I went on with headaches. So I would be up walking around doing the PT stuff with headaches. Sometimes, occasionally I'd be in the school environment. All of a sudden I'd have to take myself out of a position or sit down automatically. I'd have to sit down or just like take myself away from the people and just have a moment, because my head would just like, oh my God, I'm getting late, I'm getting dizzy, I'm gonna pass out. Some I think teachers knew that I was dealing with chronic migraines. I was dealing with some kind of illness because I was in and out of the hospital, and these teachers still made it hell for me. My boys needed me, and I needed my boys. And I did not tell them how sick I was. I did get a blood transfusion. and they still can't find out what's wrong with me. And I was tired of getting gaslighted, so I started dieting and exercising. After I lost my first, like, I know I had other miscarriages, but that's not, for me, that's not the point. It's what they're leaving to me. It's Joseph, it's to him, he comes with all those babies. So, he's the one that really pushed me to be like, you gotta exercise, mommy. You gotta do it for me. So I did, because I regret not taking care of my body. I felt like it was my fault that I put him in that situation. I took the blame. I was in complete denial, and I did not tell Lauren Tapia I was pregnant. He did punch me, but I do believe that I heavily do believe that if he would have known that I was pregnant, he wouldn't have punched me like that. No. But why he punched me and why he thought it was a good idea to be like that is because I didn't set boundaries on that type of behavior. Um, Mind you, it was like a rough housing kind of type thing. But where he punched me was just so randomly. Like, why would he even? And that's when I told him, and it was just like, I'm not blaming you, but you need to help me out on that, because that was hard for me to take. And dealing with his cousin's bullshit on top of that, um, a lot of people didn't want me to have any babies at all. And I told my sister before Lauren Tapia did, and she did not want me to have a baby. She even told me. And then when I lost the baby and I came back from the hospital, I can tell, I could tell the guilt on her face. I could tell. Like, she was like, oh, I am sorry. Like, the way she said it did feel like a heart moment for me. Was like, well, you got it. You certainly got what you wanted. You know? Because she was like, you already have two boys and you can't take care of them. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're going to school. We go to school right here. Like, they're fine. Like, well, you don't have your own place. You don't have your this. You don't have a job. You don't have this. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is my job. Like, I'm working to do that. It's none of, like, she wanted the way it was when she was little. Like, a mom and dad's supposed to work and we're supposed to take the kids to the babysitter. Like, no, I don't want a babysitter. I'm the mom. I'm supposed to take care of the mom. I'm going for, like, Little House on the Prairie kind of type shit. And me trying to find out what I want to do. Meanwhile, I have my kids growing up. Being a young mom made me appreciate all the things that being a young mom is about. I got to enjoy so many things of my body being young, but I couldn't imagine having a baby at 16 or 12. Trying to imagine having a baby at 12 years old. So my cousin Lauren's mom had her at 12 years old. My uncle Scott impregnated a 12-year-old. And my mom refused to see that she was a fucking 12-year-old. Mom, how do you not know that she was 12-year-old? You just want to play that stupid. And my dad knew. I think my dad just brushed it off as a dumb blonde thing, kind of. Now I see it, and my dad was kind of being a parent to my mom. And it was kind of disgusting in a way. And that's what my sister's looking at from this lawyer. That's why she was trying to marry a person with money. Because that's what her friends were teaching her. A person with money. Why are you going to marry a person with money? Why can't you get your own money? Why can't you be alone? Why do you need to marry a person? My sister is a type that doesn't need to be married. And after being married twice, I didn't want to be married the second time. And I felt like the government did that, and I did feel safer knowing that I had two names. I felt safer as like, all right, it's a family unit kind of type thing. That's what I was looking at it. Not as I was looking at it as a teamwork kind of type thing. Not as a dominant, like you listen to me type shit. And no. I kind of had that shit with Frank. I dealt with a little bit with that, with his parents. I didn't want any of it. And I did not want my mom near Frank's mom, my ex husband's Frank's mom, Lupe. I did not want my mom around Lupe at all. I was embarrassed of my mom. And I was embarrassed of my mom, and I did not like to be around my mom. And with Lauren's mom, like, that whole family made me feel like I was a horrible daughter. I was so mean. I was hateful. I was spoiled, rotten child. But yeah, they were using my mom. They were abusing my mom. They knew exactly what they were doing. My mom knew exactly what she was doing too. Because my mom's racist. And it's funny because I feel like racists and pedophiles, they get along because they're narcissists. So it's like, all right. So anyways, I'm trying to stretch out this car accident pain. And it's just, here we go again. Synchronicities. So the people who done witchcraft on me, I got guys on me that did witchcraft on me. I applaud them that they're witches. Like, that's so cool. You're like a warlock. I'm actually seeing like a warlock, but I have to put you in your place. Gotta put you in your little island somewhere.